13 WMAZ Morning starts now.
It's a nice start to the week, nice and cold, but you'll need to bring those umbrellas back out as we head into the second half of the week. I'll have those details coming up.
Search and rescue efforts continue after deadly tornadoes ripped through several states over the weekend. How you can help the families affected by the storm.
Plus, coin-operated gambling machines back on the agenda for Bibb County leaders. The distance guidelines stores would have to follow if the ordinance gets approval.
Well, good Monday morning. You're taking a live look over a beautiful downtown Macon. The time is now 6:31 a.m. on this December the 13th. Thank you so much for staying with us. I'm Wanye Reese.
And I'm Caitlin Heck. It's hard to believe we're almost halfway through December.
Oh, it's absolutely mind-boggling. I think about, like, you know, the beginning of the year and everything that happened with COVID. And I mean, I did not think that I was going to be working alongside you this year.
Oh, we are definitely glad for that.
By any means, but I mean, it's been a great year.
It really has been a good year, but it's definitely going by quickly, and it certainly feels like mid-December out there this morning, Courtney.
Yes, it does. It is cold this morning. I can't wait personally. You know, towards the end of the year, they do those like year in review things. Yep. I love seeing those.
Those are awesome.
It just jogs your memory, things you forgot about from the year. It'll be super fun. Anyway, all right, yes, it's cold out there. 33 right now in the city of Macon. Area-wide, low to mid-30s. You will need that coat this morning. A light jacket probably isn't going to do it for the start of the day. 34 in Warner Robins, 38 in Montezuma. We're at 39 in Unadilla, 32 in Dublin and in Wrightsville, and 35 in Sandersville. Area-wide, like I said, low to mid-30s to kick off the morning. We're anywhere between 9 to 18 degrees cooler than this time yesterday. Of course, that cold front is what's brought us all of this cool air, but it takes a little while for that cold air to settle in. I compare it to a pot of water. It takes a long time to boil, but then it also takes some time to cool. The air is very similar. The atmosphere, it is fluid after all. So now that cold air really settling in. Low 60s for the day today, maybe some mid 60s in some spots, but lots of sunshine. We're going to have a little bit of a warming trend on the way this week. I'll have those details. Talk about when you can expect rain. It's all in a few minutes.
Thank you, Courtney. The search for survivors continues after tornadoes devastated Kentucky, a string of states yesterday. Now, yesterday, 2 congregations prayed outside of what's left of a church in Mayfield, Kentucky.
Friday night's massive tornado leveled the small city there.
Where all this rubble is a dining room.
I heard it go through. It was awful. I've never been through anything like that in my life.
Thinking about all those people affected, I know that was scary. The National Weather Service says the tornado was at least an EF3 and at least 3/4 of a mile wide. The tornado wiped out a candle factory where more than 100 people worked ahead of the holidays.
A spokesman for the factory now says 8 people are confirmed dead, 8 are missing, and they found more than 90 people safe. This means the state death toll in Kentucky may not be as high as initially feared. Still, the governor expects the statewide total to reach at least 50 people.
Now, tornadoes touched down in several other states Friday night, leaving at least a dozen dead. President Joe Biden says his administration will do everything it possibly can to help the states that were hit. And of course, there's going to be a long road to recovery for many of those communities. So we're taking a closer look at how you can help Western Kentucky families impacted by the tornado outbreak. That includes several online donation options. So here's a few. You can send a $10 donation through the American Red Cross. Just text Red Cross to 90999. It's right there on your screen. You can make other donations through their website or by calling them.
The Salvation Army set up a disaster relief fund for tornado victims. You can make donations at give.helpsalvationarmy.org. We have a full list of other ways to help people who have been impacted by these tornadoes right now. That's on our website at 13wmaz.com.
Well, let's catch you up now on 3 things you need to know. Crawford County investigators work to figure out what led up to a shooting that left a man hurt. The sheriff's office says it happened over the weekend in the 6800 block of Sandy Point Road. Deputies found 31-year-old Michael Smith shot in the leg. He went to the hospital. There's no word on a possible shooter.
A Macon man is dead after a wreck on the interstate. The Bibb County Sheriff's Office says it happened on I-75 South near Arkwright Road early yesterday morning. Witnesses say 32-year-old Stevie Jones Jr. lost control of his car and went off the road. The car went between 2 guardrails and then hit a signpost. Jones died there. This morning, Bibb deputies continue to look for the man who robbed a Napier Avenue store. The sheriff's office says it happened at the Discount Grocery 2 around 10 last night. Deputies got a report that a man with a gun went into the store, demanded money from the clerk, and ran away after getting some cash. Well, thankfully, no one was hurt. If anybody has information, you can call the Macon Regional Crime Stoppers. That number, it's 1-877-68-CRIME. Again, that number, it's 1-877-68-CRIME. Let's get to some news happening across the state. Authorities in northwest Georgia continue to investigate a home explosion that actually killed a woman.
And news outlets report firefighters heard the loud blast Saturday morning near Cedartown in Polk County. The county fire department says the explosion was devastating and sent the home flying from its foundation to crash down across the street. Now, we don't know the cause yet or who the victim is, but officials say she was in her 60s. The Polk Sheriff's Office and the state fire marshals are looking into the case. And attorneys in the upcoming federal hate crimes trial of the men convicted of murdering Ahmaud Arbery want the jury pool to come from a large area of Georgia. Prosecutors and defense attorneys ask a federal judge to seek the jury from the 43 counties that make up the federal court system's Southern District. Jury selection is scheduled to start February 7th in U.S. District Court. Last month, the jury in Brunswick found father and son Gregory and Travis McMichael, along with William Roddy Bryan, guilty of murdering Arbery. They are still awaiting sentencing in that trial. Starting today, 16 and 17-year-olds will be able to roll up their sleeves and get a COVID-19 booster shot here in our state. This comes just days after the FDA authorized the expanded eligibility for the Pfizer booster and the CDC recommended it. The State Department of Public Health plans to offer the shot beginning on today. The teens need to be at least 6 months past their second dose to get the booster. You can also check with your health care provider or local pharmacy for an appointment. Happening today, we could learn the future of a project some call the world's largest advanced plastic recycling and renewal facility. Today, Macon's Planning and Zoning Committee could decide whether to approve the $680 million plan to build the Brightmark recycling facility. It would be 5 million square feet. The committee will also talk about adding a Dunkin' Donuts and a bank to 1400 Bass Road. A special grocery and meat shop could come to Zebulon Road. A wine production facility could possibly be coming to East Macon, and an event facility could be on its way to Vineville Avenue. Planning and Zoning meets at 1:30 today. Looking ahead to tomorrow, coin-operated gambling machines will be back up for discussion in Macon. It comes after county leaders motioned to table the item on last week. Commissioner Virgil Watkins proposes tighter restrictions on stores with the machines. This comes after some county leaders claim the machines are addicting and target people living in poverty. If commissioners approve the ordinance, the machines cannot be within 100 yards of places like churches, public libraries, alcohol treatment centers, or housing authority properties. The county also wouldn't allow the machines within 200 yards of any school or college campus. Also, businesses won't be able to have them within 1,500 feet of any liquor store and within 2,500 feet of any small box discount store. Another item on the agenda, whether the county should do a census on how many people are experiencing homelessness here in Bibb County. Watkins wants that census to happen within the next 3 months. Leaders will talk about spending up to $250,000 of American Rescue Plan money for the project. Well, the time's now 6:38 a.m. I mean, it's just amazing how much a few days can make a difference. You know, it was just warm over the weekend. And I mean, waking up this morning, I was actually a little shocked. I checked my phone to see the temperature, but I was like, oh, time to pull out the big jacket again. Oh, you definitely need that big coat this morning. But it is such a difference from like Saturday when it was, it was humid and hot. It's like tropical.
And unfortunately, we have more of that on the way this week. I know. It is the roller coaster of December, really. I mean, think about November. It was pretty cold, steadily cold the month of November. That was just so encouraging. Then December said, you just wait, just when you thought it was going to stay cold. All right, everybody, I want to show this photo. I'm bringing it back. I showed it in the 5:30 half hour, and I just think this is so clever and fun. This photo is from Tina Chesser of Warner Robins. This is the display out in her front yard, or at least part of it. The snowman obviously melted, and the sign says, Dear 13 WMAZ, where is winter? Yes, I wish I could answer that question for you, although getting a little taste of winter this morning. It is very cold out there for the start of the day. And of course, that cold air all filtering in behind our cold front that moved in on Saturday caused a little bit of a mess here across central Georgia. Thankfully, no severe weather here. Obviously, we've been reporting throughout the morning a very different story out to our north and west up towards Kentucky. And there are ways that you can help the people that were impacted by those tornadoes in the states to our north. You can find all those details on our website if you feel so inclined to do so. Now we are reaping the benefits of that cooler air behind the front. 33 in Macon, 34 in Warner Robins. We're at 32 in Dublin, where of course you were just looking, 38 in Montezuma, 36 up in Milledgeville, and 35 in Forsyth. Definitely going to need the coat this morning. Probably want to give yourself a few extra minutes as you get ready to head out the door, as you might have a little bit of frost on your windshield this morning. And we know that that can take a little time to start to melt off so you can drive off to work. Now, even though we are cold to start the day, unfortunately, that doesn't look to be a theme as we head through the next 6 to 10 days. Macon's average high is 62 this time of year. Now, this goes until December 22nd. What does this mean? It doesn't mean that every day over the next 6 to 10 days is going to be above average, but when you average all of the temperatures It is going to be higher than 62. And not just slightly higher, it does look to be a bit higher. Now, I did mention we're going to get warm and humid as we head into the end of the week, so we'll talk about that. High pressure and control behind our front, that's going to give us a lot of sunshine today, and it will keep our mornings cool. Of course, going to be cold the next couple of mornings, but as we kick off a little bit of a warming trend, thanks to high pressure staying in control, our mornings naturally will get warmer as well. This afternoon, low to maybe some mid-60s. Again, lots of sunshine. It'll be beautiful. Seasonable today. Again, our average high is 62. We might exceed that by a degree or two in Macon and Warner Robins today. Through the overnight, low to mid-30s. Notice some of us a little bit warmer. We do expect to have some patchy fog tomorrow morning, and fog is essentially just a low-lying cloud, so that's going to trap in some of the heat of the day. Now, if you are heading out to maybe see any of the Christmas lights tonight, if you haven't gotten the chance to, it's going to be chilly, so be sure to have the jacket. By 7 o'clock, temperatures will be in the 50s, but nice and clear skies overall. It'll be a great night to go out and see the lights, take some pictures. I know Christmas coming very quickly in just 12 days. If you haven't taken that Christmas photo yet to share with family, obviously it's too late probably to, no, it wouldn't be too late to mail those out, I guess, right? It moves quick enough, the mail. Now, as we go into Wednesday, we'll continue talking about the weather. We'll get an influence off of the Atlantic Ocean. That's going to pull in a little more moisture. So there comes that higher humidity. Also could have a few coastal showers. In the meantime, our next weather system will be building out to our west. That's going to bring us some rain as we head into the weekend primarily. Thankfully, this doesn't look to bring us severe weather, but it will offer us a rain chance and help cool us back into the 60s by Sunday. Cool and dry today and tomorrow. We're back in the 70s by Thursday. Mid-70s Friday. Our best chance for rain comes over the weekend.